part 5 of August 8, 2008, and a little more of Jason Beghe talking on the phone with Anonymous, myself, and Lawrence Wollersheim.
Hey Jason, I got one thing for you. FactNet wants to recognize, we've got a little certificate of appreciation. You're not here, we're going to give it to you when you're here. It's just from FactNet, and it says, for amazing personal care to Scientology cult survivors, as well as educating on human rights abuses of Scientology. You're a hero of mine. You're the first Scientology celebrity that broke the fear grip of the blackmail and the intimidation and said, this is wrong, and you stood up, and I can't wait for you to see the video of this when you get to see the shut up, or what is it? I got
show up or shut up.
Show up, shut up, or show.
Show up or shut up.
Show up or shut up. You got to see this. You got to see this. So thank you so much for calling. I know you got filming, and you're probably going to get right into it. And just thank you.
Thank you for that announcement. And I can tell you all, if you like what I did, the best is yet to come.
Yeah! Thank you.
Okay, guys, I love you all.
Take care, man.
Bye, guys.
Bye. We may get another wild interruption call. Hopefully.
We got a fan.
Do we want to? About 4 slides. We're almost done. A couple really juicy things are at the end of this. Just to introduce you, this is Barry Van Sickle. He is one of the most successful attorneys winning court cases against Scientology. A little while, we'll let him say a few words, but I want to just...
I just came here to listen. I didn't
Okay.
get up there.
Where were we? Okay, we're on this one. Okay. Have fun, be creative, and unpredictable. Unpredictable is a big word. In intelligence technology, the most unpredictable, brightest, fastest guy is the guy who wins. You guys are unpredictable. You guys are incredibly creative. This has to go on. Show the hierarchical pros what's super creative and bright and highly motivated. P2P, everybody know what that is? Peer-to-peer network Joes can really do.
That's really good porn, right?
That's really good porn, P2P. It's peer-to-peer networks. That's kind of what no, you're right. Network. So, sharing information, knowledge, and experience in secure ways when applicable. And number 4, always refusing to be controlled by fear and intimidation. Scientology has one weapon that they beat to death.
Fear.
They overstudied the intelligence manuals that you want to defeat your enemy by the legend that you create before you arrive. And they have so hyped it out that they are a fraction of what they used to be. And from now on, at least at FactNet and the teams that I work with, we refuse to let fear enter our groups. We will laugh at their stupidity. We will laugh at their tactics because that's all they got. And a lot of money and a lot of pros they hire to just mess with you. So, next slide. Okay, how can it be done? Trust that the right information and the right talent will show up at the right times. Kind of the open source model. Don't make it personal. Scientology members have been subjected to the most sophisticated and advanced mind control technology and experiments in the history of humanity. Don't make it personal. It's my advice. You guys are going to make your own choices. Learn from the power-changing examples of people like Gandhi and Mandela. They were out ahead of the curve. They were creative. They did unexpected things. Gandhi brought down the British Empire. Mandela brought down apartheid from a prison. Locked up for 27 years. These guys, there's a new article in Time magazine about Mandela's 7 points to leadership. I suggest everybody in Anon takes a look at it because it's not what you think. This man has power and somebody that can be learned from. Next slide. How can it be done? Seek to reform versus destroy. There are a few very good practical reasons why I'm not getting moral on you, beyond the logical, moral, and ethical things some people could argue. I had to learn this the hard way from Margaret Singer before she died, the world's leading authority on cults, who studied cults for 50 years and studied the history of cults. 50 smaller fragmented cults are more difficult and more dangerous than one defanged cult. If we destroy Scientology, every ruthless little leader that hasn't gotten any kind of health or care will go out and try to duplicate L. Ron Hubbard, and they'll be meaner and harder to deal with than one big defanged weak pussycat that can't hurt much anymore. Second one, pushing for destruction activates the burn the retreat boats, fight to the bitter end survival mechanisms. Anybody know what burn the boats, Art of War, Sun Tzu, from the intelligence manual? You never cut off your adversaries' total methods of dealing with things. If they think you're coming in to destroy them, they're going to go into this mode, and it's very unsafe. They could suicide. You know, there's inside of Scientology, there are secret bases that they will flee to. There has been discussion by some executives of, okay, if it gets real bad, we can't stay here. We don't want to do that. We want to reform them. We want to take their power away to do wrong. We want to take the human rights abuses. I'm talking about FactNet. We want to stop the censorship. We want to remove the criminals from the top of the organization and let them be whatever they want to believe, but not allowed to do anything they want. Everybody has freedom of belief. Anonymous has freedom of belief. They get their freedom of belief, but they don't get freedom of action. When they start breaking the networks, when they start stopping rationality, when they stop cutting the democratic flow of information, when they start censoring, when they start all this stuff, then it's time to bring justice. Let's go to the next slide. FactNet's going to offer to host a super secure ex-member debriefing analysis. We're going to do that. FactNet is going to start distributing a series of videotapes on people who have successfully handled court cases and have successfully dealt with more covert operations than you could ever imagine. And we're going to take our knowledge base and put it up on video and share it with everybody. And there is some amazing counterintelligence activities that a group of fast, bright, unpredictable people can do to cripple huge adversaries. Next one. What does this all imply? Nothing and everything. You get to decide whether to collaborate and play or not to with whatever pieces of challenges that most interest you. One non-hierarchical network of independent, self-organizing, open source peers are faster, smarter, and stronger than any traditional hierarchy in solving problems and correcting abuses. The network, the one, is unbelievably powerful. Last thing, last slide. Okay, who remembers the movie where this line came out of?
I do.
All right. Do you want to play a game? A very worthwhile, high-stakes game that will bring out both the finest and highest creative potentials within each of us. The size of your adversary in a worthwhile battle does have a powerful effect about bringing the best out of you, your highest release of potential and talent. This is a worthwhile battle. And this is a worthwhile adversary who is well-financed, well-organized, and quite nasty. So, high-stakes battle brings out the finest, and it will co-create a major win. All the pieces of the network, at whatever levels they want, co-create a major win for society, each of us, and a life-enhancing win for the former members of the world's most disruptive cult. Next slide. Okay, next slide.
Oh, he's not calling, is he?
From the grave, we have heard that Ron is very upset with David Miscavige and does not